I'm Ashton Addison from BlockWest Capital for Investment Pitch Media and the Crypto Coin Show. And today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Brent Annells, CMO of Smart Token Labs. Brent, welcome to the show, and thank you so much for taking the time today.
Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. A lot going on with Smart Token Labs. I know you guys have your hands in a couple different pots. Let's just kick off the conversation from you by hearing a little bit about, high-level overview of the solutions Smart Token Labs is bringing into the industry, and then we'll dive into the details.
Yeah, sure. Well, Smart Token Labs is, our mission is to make tokens smart. We're an open source software development company for Web3. We believe that, the Web3 future will happen or occur via the coming together of Web2 and Web3, the bringing of cryptography and blockchain technology into Web2. Mass adoption will happen through better user experience that comes through that happening. And we've been building for that future for the last 4 years. We fundamentally believe that tokenization is going to be at the heart of the building blocks and the bridges between Web2 and Web3, and that's what our focus is.
Amazing. Great intro. Brett, thank you so much. And you mentioned there, one of the main goals is making tokens smart and smarter. Maybe you can talk about the tokens right now. Why aren't they smart, and how are you guys doing that?
Yeah, great question. So I guess the way that we make tokens smart is through a core solution we have called TokenScript. And TokenScript is a framework for creating a smart token interface around existing tokens. So what that means is it's effectively a wrapping around an existing token, a coin, an NFT, or any other type of token that enables that it brings composability and portability to the token and limitless logic and potential utility. It does that by enabling tokens to connect to other tokens or to smart contracts in the same way that Adapt does. But really importantly, it creates a connection point into Web2 sites and services. So what we're doing is we're creating a bridge through TokenScript to bring tokens into Web2 to connect to websites, to services like membership and rewards programs, those sorts of things.
Very cool. And of course, with that, there's a lot of different tokens that are on different blockchains. And I'm guessing, there's not one line of code that can just solve all of it. Are you guys focused on a specific ecosystem inside of already existing tokens, like in the Ethereum ecosystem, or is it something else?
Yeah, we're an EVM-based solution. We've recently partnered with the Clayton Foundation out of Korea, so we're working on their public blockchain, which is EVM compatible. So essentially, we're an Ethereum-based solution, but we enable pretty much any type of token in that ecosystem.
Mm-hmm. That's great to hear. And now, looking at this from the Web2 perspective, say you're one of millions of people that have a Web2 platform, they would approach you guys, and how would you be able to most benefit them from integrating this technology?
Yeah, so we've got this longer term vision around TokenScript, where we're looking to create TokenScript as a new standard for building blocks of Web3. So that's a framework in and of itself. We've just released a point solution out of that called Brand Connector. And Brand Connector enables any website basically to recognize, verify, and interact with any token in any user wallet. So that creates a whole range of possibilities. So it's one of the simple examples of a bridge between Web3 and Web2. So any website can, for example, recognize a user can visit a website. It might be a hotel booking site. The hotel booking site has Brand Connector installed. It recognizes that there's a user wallet. It asks the user if they want to interact with the website. If the user wishes to do that, then it can recognize specific tokens that they have in their wallet, specific NFTs in particular. And then it can customize its content, its offer, its services based on the tokens that the user holds.
Okay, very interesting. And I'd love to dive into this a little bit more, just to get clarification. Let's just say, for example, I was a Web2 platform that was just going to hook in, they were going to put some code in and make it so you can plug MetaMask in, and then you'd be able to access, some Ethereum tokens. I'm guessing you would also have to mess with the website itself and have a checkout or something like that. How is Smart Token Labs, different and have a competitive advantage over taking that other route?
Well, so we just deployed as a simple NPM package at the browser level, and through that we can recognize any wallet. So any wallet can be recognized, and any token can be recognized from within that wallet. So it's a fully open source Web3 based solution. That's very open.
Very cool. And you mentioned that you and your team have already been working on this for 4 years. And of course, at the same time, cryptocurrency has been growing so much since the last bull run 4 years ago. How do you see the adoption of Web 2 platforms keeping up to this? Are you seeing a lot of traction?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a really it feels like a real moment in time, like a pivot point. You see, I guess, NFTs have really been, they're part of the zeitgeist now. You see multiple brands looking to experiment and get involved in Web3 via NFTs, either by partnering with collections or doing drops themselves or experimenting with utility or liquidity in some sort of different way. That's sort of like the stepping stone into the metaverse. So there's a lot of interest and activity at the moment by mainstream brands looking to bridge into Web3. DeFi is a less obvious or easy pathway for them, but NFTs has sort of been like a gateway. What we're seeing, I mean, we've been building for this vision of tokens as the building blocks of Web3 for 4 years. We had this vision that tokens are effectively the new digital primitive, that they will become as ubiquitous as web pages. And I think that's starting to be borne out now. If you look at the way that, just take Bored Ape Yacht Club as an example, what Yuga Labs is doing, it's like the token itself, the NFT is like an open innovation platform. Things are being built out of that, from your NFT, from the token that you hold in that collection. You have open IP rights, and you can create anything you like. You can bridge into, you can launch a record label into Decentraland. You can launch a merch offering and via a Web2 website. You can do all these sorts of things, and you're doing it from the architecture of the token. The token is the digital primitive. So it's everything's sort of coming together at this point. What we see with Brand Connector is it's a great way for both brands to connect to NFTs or recognize NFTs or partner with collections in a really simple way. An example of a partnership that we're doing at the moment is with a resort chain out of the US, and they have a big operation in New York City, and they're going to they're putting Brand Connector into their hotel and resort website, and they're basically making apes VIPs for the time that they're in New York for NFT NYC. So all they're doing is they're just taking the technology and they're recognizing an NFT that someone's hold and says, look, that represents who you are. You're an OG in the crypto space. You have a high value asset. We want you to sort of visit our facilities, and we want to recognize you as a VIP. They can do that without actually having to partner with the collection itself. They can just make that available as an offer. So a really easy way for brands to start to connect into NFTs. They can recognize it. Brand Connector can recognize a coin, an NFT, or a specific NFT trade. And then from the other side, it's a great way for collections that want to partner with brands to provide a really simple gateway to plugging in.
Yeah, incredible. On the NFT side, I feel like the use cases and the way that Web 2 companies are looking at the blockchain industry now, from before NFTs, when it was really using Bitcoin to pay at the e-commerce or just like purely a transactional, now to non-fungible tokens, being able to give any kind of access. Like, do you see the growth of NFTs into Web 2 as the catalyst that is going to be driving a lot of these Web 2 businesses into that, or is there still more things to come?
It's a fantastic gateway, and it's the underlying technology that's a fantastic gateway. So what do NFTs enable? They represent utility and liquidity. They represent authenticity or scarcity. They're an enabler of great experience or a way to speculate. Now, I think with brands, it's going to be much more on the utility, the authenticity, the experience side of things that they're going to be experimenting with NFTs. So what NFTs are an incredible way to, enable what's been done for a long time through loyalty and rewards the enablement of surprise and delight experiences. So dropping something to your customers that enables you to attend an event or be part of an experience where the NFT is an authenticator of your membership of a program, and it unlocks certain types of experiences for you. I think they're the most obvious ways that you're going to start to see brands, leverage it. Less so on the speculation thing. But at the same time, you could take the example of a membership program. So like Qantas is a major airline in Australia, and they have the Qantas frequent flyer program. And so you'll start to see brands tokenize themselves. So they'll partner with NFT, and they'll bridge into NFT collections, and they'll look to get borrowed brand equity out of partnering and doing those sorts of things. But they'll become token issuers in their own rights. So with a membership program, if you look at that spectrum of utility to liquidity, you could look at it from two different perspectives. So Qantas could tokenize the membership, so you're a platinum or a gold or a silver member of Qantas, and that gives you rights. It gives you rights to different types of lounges. It gives you rights to real world experiences. It gets you into the plane. You can tokenize that as an actual membership, and that will act from a utility perspective. The other way that you could look at it is you can tokenize the points, the membership points. So we're not all using, particularly recently, we haven't used our frequent flyer points to redeem travel because we haven't been traveling. So you can potentially be creating a secondary market from those points, which is going one step further. And I think we'll see lots of that sort of innovation. You think about timeshare and things like that. I think you'll see lots of that sort of innovation coming, but I also think we're just at the beginning.
Definitely, just at the beginning, Brent. And with that said, do you have any hints on future plans for Smart Token Labs and what you guys are going to be building throughout this year and to come?
Yeah, well, we're really focused. I mean, we have two core products. So we have TokenScript, which a new standard for the internet for tokens as the building blocks and the bridges between Web 2 and Web 3. And we have Alpha Wallet, which is a mobile NFT wallet, which is effectively a super user agent for smart tokens. The main focus this year is will be on TokenScript. We're really focused on, our go-to-market is really focused in the NFT space and brands. So bottom up, we're working with NFT collections. We have a bunch of smart contracts that we use and have available for derivative collections and things like that. So we're doing a lot of work to enable NFT collections from a technology perspective. But then top down, we're really focused on Brand Connector as the point solution, which we think really has market fit right now. There's so many brands looking to connect with NFT collections. There's so many NFT collections looking to bridge into the real world, and we think we've got a really elegant and simple solution for both those parties to grow in the next 12 months. So that's our primary focus.
Awesome. So with that said, how can NFT collections or brands or just people interested in learning more about the technology get more information on Smart Token Labs and get involved with the communities?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, look, we're an open source software development company, so all of our tech is freely available. Simplest way is you can hit us up at TokenScript on Twitter, or you can go to GitHub/TokenScript and look at the repository and get access to the code. We do partner as part of our, this early stage of driving tech adoption. We do partner with collections and we do partner with brands. So we do that where we see tentpole opportunities to showcase the technology. So we're always excited to talk to people that are doing innovative stuff. It's their project, it's their initiatives. We're just an enabler with technology in the background. That's our role in the world. So, but we love to partner with companies that are and brands and collections and DAOs that are doing innovative stuff. So they can reach out to us directly as well.
Great. I will leave those links in the description box below for the viewers as well. Thank you so much, Brent, for taking the time to come on. All the best with everything Smart Token Labs moving forward, and let's follow up in the near future.
Terrific. Thanks, Ashton.